live in that type of mentality, sad to say. Because there's always been something imposed upon us to make us think that we don't have. Something is being robbed from us. Something has been taken from us. But can I tell y'all this, just theoretically say this to you? What if God is sitting on his throne right now saying, I'm just trying to see what y'all done did with all the years that I gave y'all? Huh? Man, I gave y'all so much freedom. You had opportunities to do this and to do that. Huh? There were times and freedom, so much freedom gave to you that you could walk in places. You could drink out of same fountains. You could use same bathrooms. You could have same jobs. You could have same education. What did you do? What did you do? So what happens is this, y'all. When you do not use time wisely, it becomes a judge.
Amen.
Time will become our judge when it's not used wisely. Lord have mercy. I wish somebody would pray for me.
Yes.
It will become your judge. That little hyphen in between that birth date and that death date will become your judge. It'll become your judge. All they gonna talk about is what you did with it. See, now it's gonna become your judge. You can't judge me. Yes, you can. Die and see no they judge you. They're gonna talk about everything that happened in that hyphen. Everything that went down in that hyphen, time will become your judge. And so, when we do not treat time as a commodity, it becomes our judge. So what are we doing with it? And the Lord said, okay, I tell you what. There was a time when you could not even use the same bathrooms as different races of people. Right down here at this shop, this CNS car shop right here, it's 3 bathroom doors on the side. If I knew it, I don't forgot it. But it's 3 bathrooms on the side. One bathroom is real little. The bathroom on the end, very tiny. You barely can't get in the door of it, the lady was saying. And she said, you know what that is, don't you, Msphine? I said, no, what's what? She said, that's the one that the colored people had to use. That building is that old. That was the one when it was segregated. So the white male had a bathroom, the white female had a bathroom, but the colored people had one. Male and female had to use that one now. See? And so God has brought us from living like that, but y'all, what have we done with it? Still walk around with the same mindset. Did not take advantage of the freedom and the liberty. Where Galatians 5 says, stand fast. Galatians 5:1 says this, stand fast in the liberty wherewith Christ has made you free. It was Christ that brought about a freedom to us. That says, I'm going to give you an opportunity to come out of Pharaoh. To come out from under the lordship of Pharaoh and allow you to be an independent people. And to be able to establish your own borders. Establish your own goings. I want to give you that freedom that you so cried out for, because there's nothing like crying out for freedom while in bondage. But I want to give you that, but I need to see what y'all do with it. And so what happens is at an appointed time, God shows up and wants to talk to you about what you done did with the time he done gave you. He shows up. He's showing up on us now. They say, well, what have you done with the time that I gave you? See, some of you were just looting, some of you were partying. You were not taking advantage of everything that you said that you wanted. You did not take advantage of everything that the ancestors cried and bled and died for you to be able to have. You made a mockery of it. You did not treat it with respect and honor and dignity. You did not do that. You treated everything that Martin Luther the King, as the man said on Coming to America, you treated everything that he did as if it was null and void, and he had to die for you just to be able to do certain things. Treated it as if it was nothing. You treated Rosa, which could have got killed by not going to the back of that bus, as if it was nothing, when they were giving of themselves to fight supremacy. So now time has come up as a judge. Because time is going to come up as a judge on all of us to see exactly what we done did with. And so when it comes up as a judge to tell whether we've been prudent or not, there is a lack of prudency that is among the African Americans, because the lack of prudency has been replaced with a mentality of trying to fight what was, when the enemy really is not in what was.
Amen.
The enemy is in what's trying to get to you. So if you think that the enemy is trying to kill you over your past, you done lost your mind. He's trying to kill you to stop your future. Because your future is so bright, you might have to wear some shades. What God has and the ultimate victory that God has for you is in front of you. He does not want you to get it. Because, see, I serve the God that does stuff like this right here. He breaks rules just for his people. That's called favor. That's what favor does. Favor breaks rules. And so, this is the thing about it. How could it be? And what would it be like if this right here happened? Supremacy released into the land, but it can't touch God's people. How would that be to you? How would that be to you? Supremacy. Those that think that they're better than the others. Those that think that they're Lord over others. To be released in the land. But then there'll be a group of people that it can't touch. How would that be? That remnant that it can't touch. Because it's covered, protected by God. Let me show y'all what that would do. It would give God the opportunity to show up. Well, you're right, baby. And ain't that how he's supposed to show up? Anywhere God shows up, he's supposed to show up. So don't you know that's what he want to do? But the only way that he can do it is if he got some prudent people. He got to have some prudent people in order for him to show up strong. The earth would look like, as it stands right now, it would look as though the world is winning. Look at it. It's in a pandemic that you know didn't come from heaven. Heaven ain't under no pandemic. Heaven under a pandemic. So the world is sitting, as it relates to in a pandemic right now, brutal murders taking place, confusion everywhere. Spirit of promiscuity running wild. Spirit of perversion running slap crazy. That's what's happening. That's what's going on now. What if and where can God show himself strong? If you mess around and get caught up in all of that, you know what it's designed to do? To make God look like he is of no effect. That's what it's designed to do. It is designed to make us look at the situations more than we would look at the God. And so if we are looking at situations more than we are looking at God, where can God show up strong? He can't, can he? So that means God has got to have some people that will let him come through the land, that will let him be God in the land, that will let him do what he can do in the land, so that he's able to take the land. But the only way is that we be prudent. Prudent is what reveals the future. Prudent is what shows you who God has purpose for you to be in life. Prudent. Let me show y'all some scriptures on prudency. Definition of prudent. It is acting with or showing care and thought for the future. Let's go to John 16. John 16. John 16. Prudent. Father, I thank you. This is Winning in Life. Today is part 5 and it's titled The House of Prudence. That's what I decree over Trim this year. House of Prudence, John chapter 16. John chapter 16, let's go to verse 13. Verse 13, it says this right here. Howbeit when he, the Spirit of what? Is come. Notice what it says. Notice the terminology it puts in there. It says is come, which means is currently there. He, what? What is that? What is the he? It's referring to what? The Spirit of truth. Check it out. Howbeit when he, then it tells you the name of the he, which is Spirit of truth, is come, when it's currently in action. He, what? Spirit of truth. Will, what it's going to do? Into what? For he shall not speak of himself, but whatsoever he shall hear, that shall he speak. Last part says, and he will what? I'll show you some what? That's future, ain't it? That's a prudent. The Spirit of truth is prudent, y'all. The Spirit of truth is prudent. There is no way that we can possess the Spirit of truth and not have prudence. This year, we must walk in the spirit of prudence. We've got to, in order for us to see things that are to come, so that we know how. If you can see things that are to come, you know what you can do? You can dodge it. You can dodge it. You can get out the way of it. One of the worst things in life is to run up on something and it's right there in your face. You had no idea of it coming, because it has all the type of potential to hurt, to destroy. If you run up on a pothole in a road, you don't know that it's there. You run up on it, it has the potential to tear up your car and everything. But if you knew that it was there, then what were you going to do?